All right, ready. Take two. Hello, YouTube and Twitch. This is a vintage challenge. We're playing 4-color Omnath. All 4 of the colors of Omnath are in this deck so that we can play Omnath. And Lutri. They actually go pretty well together. If you crack a fetch, get the mana, use the mana to get your Lutri, kind of a big deal. This is very similar to 4-color Lutri lists I've played in the past. There's like a little bit of stretching to play some extra colors and still play Sanctuary, but it's a very 4-color singleton, Planeswalker, Savine's Reclamation, heavy mid-rangey control deck. I took Matt's build and I looked at my 4-color Lutri lists of the past, and I looked at Max Pullman's 4-color Lutri lists, and actually he didn't play 4-color Lutri, he just played 4-color Savine's Reclamation, but basically took those lists, made a few changes that I like in the lists. I know Matt wasn't on Mana Dorks, but I think that these Mana Dorks help a lot in facilitating your 3-drop game plan. And I was always very impressed by Silence in this deck, so we have a Silence in the main. We also have an Archon on the board to try to double up on that and when it's necessary. Obviously, Archon goes a little worse with Lutri than Silence does, and I feel like we might be Lutriing a decent amount matchup dependent. You can't play 4 Force of Will, so you have to play a bunch of different random counter spells, and I think that's the only real crazy things. This might have too many lands. Not 100% sure. We'll have to see how that goes. And then you have Graveyard Hate and Artifact Hate and Blue Hate in your sideboard, so no worries. Let's get into this. We are versus Hermidor, and we would like to reveal that we are playing a Lutri the Spellcaster. And our hand is nice. We have a Probe, we have a turn 1 Lavinia, we have some protection from nonsense. Pretty happy with this hand. Let's battle. Thanks, Sumbo. 70 players today? Ooh, 7 rounds of Magic. Here we go. Eep. Opponent has Bazaar. Alright, I mean, Lavinia is good against Bazaar. Mindbreak Trap, not so much. Is it Dredge? Is it Hollowvine? Is it Hogak Vine? It's Dredge. Wow. Alright, well, if we can deploy a turn 1 Lavinia here, that would be ideal. I'm gonna go Scalding Tarn, Sapphire, Lavinia in an attempt to play around Mindbreak Trap. I know, crazy. Playing around Mindbreak Trap in Vintage. You hate to see it. Obviously, deploying Lavinia is a good start. It is unfortunately not enough against Dredge, and we don't really have the tools to beat Dredge in the main, so yeah, it's gonna be tough. An opponent actually had the Force of Will blue card, so I don't really know what our plan here is. We don't really have... They have another Force of Will and 2 Dredgers, so they had Bazaar, double Force of Will, double Dredger, Icarid? Well, I guess it's a decent time to get a loss out of the way early, and yeah. You hate to see it, really. No activation of Bazaar in upkeep? Like, does that to protect their Force of Will? They would Dredge 2, and then they would get rid of 3? I don't think they lose their Force of Will. I'm confused. Get about 1 billion Dredgers, along with an Icarid. No amount. I don't really like... what am I even playing to right now? I don't have a Strip Mine in the main. I don't really have powerful card. I don't really know what I'm playing to. I probably should just concede. Don't really think this is not exactly a common thing to see anymore. Just Dredge stuff. I'm just gonna concede. I don't really see what the point of playing this out is. If we had at least resolved the Lavinia, you know, they can't play spells, maybe we would have a chance, but... Alright, so we are gonna bring in like 6 Dredge Hate. 7 Dredge Hate? 7 Dredge Hate? I mean, that might be enough to let us play Magic. Still seems unlikely, but... What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get rid of Force, Misdirection, Trap, Negation, keep Daze, Deafening Silence, definitely gone. Fire Blast and Flusterstorms and Lightning Bolts and Spell Pierces are all kind of medium. I definitely don't like Misstep. I guess we can play like an Ancient Grudge for hollow ones, I guess. Kind of loose still, but I mean, Force is like pretty medium, but I mean, all of these cards are like pretty medium. I mean, they're all bad. Everything's bad. There's a reason we have actually 0 chance of winning a game 1. Legitimately 0. I guess we could have had like a Lotus Mentor draw. A Lotus Mentor draw would maybe let us win game 1 versus Dredge. Alright, whatever. I'm in. Let's battle. I got 8 cards coming in, so hopefully that's enough to swing the table. I still have a Lutri. Like, am I supposed to keep this? Seems terrible. It's just like, it's never gonna be enough, you know? I can't imagine I'm supposed to keep this. Do you think that just a Soul Guide Lantern is like enough to push us through here? I really, like, if the Soul Guide Lantern was backed up by some powerful cards, but we just have like, we can beat a hollow one hand, maybe. So slow, though. This gets countered, or, like, they have a Vigor or something. It's just... this is just not... I don't think this is playable. I really don't know that this is that much better. Are we just gonna like 0-2 drop this tournament? That's actually what happened the last time we played 4-color Lutri. We just got smashed in 2 rounds and then I went to bed. Like, I assume I have to keep this one though. But this hand is like not actually that much better. Like a Surgical does a little bit less than a Lantern, but is a little less vulnerable. If I had like a green land, then I could keep this hand on the back of like a library maybe, but this just doesn't seem like it's going to win me any games. That's my problem here. It just doesn't seem like these cards were on my chopping block to cut out of the deck, so like I'm just gonna mulligan this and hopefully London helps us. Alright, well. I've drawn all the cards that I wanted to cut from the deck. Down to 4. Down to 4. I just don't... maybe today's not a magic day, chat. Maybe today is not a magic day. Queued up against the 1 Dredge player in 74 players, and yeah, not ideal. Yeah, sure, why not? They pitched 2 hollow ones because of the Ancient Grudge. We got him, chat. Nice hollow one draw. Alright, what lands can I get here that makes sense? Blue, red, and green? I guess. I mean, yeah. It's okay. We beat their Hollow One draw with a solid Ancient Grudge in our hand. All right, so if I can just draw Ancestral and they don't have any blue cards, or we draw Strip Mine. Strip Mine would be good. That's not a bad draw if we, you know, kept a 7-card hand, maybe. Ah, yes, 4 colors. I highly recommend 7-card hands. That's not that bad for me. Well, hitting Golgari Grave Troll is not great for me, but they hit nothing that comes into play. So we're still okay. We still have plenty of live draws. That's not one of them. I don't know, man. What am I supposed to do? Play a better deck? Not get cute against Dredge? Like, opponents' Dredges weren't very good, but it doesn't really seem like it's going to matter very much. There's a Squee, and they got a Bryze Amalgam. That's probably enough to kill me here, because even if I draw something that deals with the creature... If I draw a Rav Trap, and they don't play around it, which it doesn't look like they're going to play around it, and they don't have a Force, and then I draw a Tabernacle, maybe that's the plan. I might have to draw a Tabernacle right away, and then... I mean, I'm just gonna die to Icarids, is the problem. Yeah, you got me. Well, now I'm closer to casting Cruise, I guess. Yeah, I don't draw Ancestral Recall. That's not what we do on this stream. There's a Hogak coming too. Like, this would have been pretty good if they didn't have a Force and I had fetched a white land, but it's like there are so few white cards that matter. It's like kind of impossible for me to fetch a white land there. They should just sack this Hogak and get 2 tokens and then replay Hogak. What is going on? Like opponent is like not playing well. Really not playing well. They're making like tons of small mistakes that... But it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter though. Like, they had wrong activation times, and they should definitely be doing this differently. It just doesn't fucking matter, though. Because we just have not played, like, relevant cards in this entire... We made 0 relevant actions in this entire fucking match. Alright, cool. Now I have to actually do something for, like, 50 minutes while we wait for the next round.